We'd like to welcome you from wherever in the world you join us today for this F1 qualifying session here in Shanghai, China. In recent seasons, much talk has been made about tyre wear. Some say it gets in the way of the racing, others say it's always been part of the sport. Are we going to see drivers trying to look after their tyres here, or throw caution to the wind and worry about that when it becomes a problem?
Tyre wear is always something you have to consider to a certain degree. Finding a good car balance that suits the circuit will help prolong the life of the tyre, but it's true that some circuits, such as this one, are more challenging than others. How hard you can push them depends on your strategy and how tight the battle is around you.
Excellent lap. We're really pleased.
As we wind down from the excitement of qualifying, here's a look at your top.
Amazing performance out there. You must be really happy. You're leading the championship. Are you happy to be there or feeling... It's always good to qualify at the front, isn't it? You didn't spend much time practicing. Are you saving your car for the main event? Appreciate your time.
All right, I think we can call that a successful qualifying. We should be in with a good chance in the race.
Ever since the Sauber of Felipe Massa passed Jenson Button into turn one at the very first Chinese Grand Prix in 2004, Shanghai has consistently provided close racing and extraordinary memories. It's where Lewis Hamilton effectively lost the title in his rookie year, and it's where Nico Rosberg claimed Mercedes' first win of the modern era in 2012. We start a lap here at Shanghai with the long, difficult right-handers of turns 1 and 2, the first of 16 corners that make up this 3.3-mile circuit. The incredibly long back straight provides the best passing opportunity of the lap, with speeds in excess of 200 miles per hour before the braking zone of turn 14. Joining me once again to take you through this race is the effervescent Anthony Davidson, and I'm very much looking forward to it getting underway. You raced here, of course, didn't you, back in your Super Aguri days in that infamous Chinese Grand Prix of 2007?
Yeah, that's right. I didn't last that long though, unfortunately. Qualifying had gone pretty well, but my brakes failed quite early in the race, around lap 10 or 11, something like that. And of course, back in 2004, I was the very first Formula 1 driver to complete a lap of this circuit. Just thought I'd mention that for you, Crofty. You like a good stat. It's a fairly tough circuit on the brakes here, though. You know, there's that long back straight down into turn 14, and then you got turns 6 and 11. They're quite heavy as well. On top of that, managing your front tyre wear is always a challenge around here, so there's a lot to keep in mind during the Grand Prix.
So before the off, let's remind ourselves of yesterday's qualifying session with a look at the starting grid. Varsandi lines up on pole position, with Sebastian Vettel starting alongside. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Hamilton, Bottas, Kimi Raikkonen and Verstappen, Ricciardo, Hülkenberg, Perez and Esteban Ocon, Leclerc, Alonso, Kevin Magnussen and Grosjean, Van Dorn, Sainz, Lance Stroll and Marcus Ericsson. Sirotkin and Brendan Hartley rounds off the grid. And with preparations almost complete, let's head down to the track.
You've done well to put it on pole, but... Okay, how was the pull away? You'll have a bit more grip than that on the start, but we need to warm the tyres properly now. Make sure you get some heat into the brakes as well. That's a strong start. Well done. We're approaching the pit window. You'll be on the softs. A new strategy is available on the MFD. Vettel has just posted the fastest lap of the race so far. Now please, box this lap. Exit now. You'll be racing as you leave the pits. That was our last stop. No more scheduled pit stops. Brendan's in for his stop. Our gap to the car in front is 1.8 seconds. Caution, caution. Good. Good job. Nice overtake. There's 5 laps of fuel remaining. Okay, clear. Right, some information on Hamilton. They've got a serious car issue. It looks like they're retiring. There's 4 laps of fuel remaining. We're leading our teammate by 43.0 seconds. Okay, keep on him. He might make a mistake. This is your final lap of the race.
So, another fantastic victory for Toro Rosso today. Tell me, Ant, what was the key to this success?
Well, I'd say it's just raw pace, plain and simple. I mean, we could sit here and talk about strategy all day, the overtaking, looking after the tyres, but at the end of it all, if you want to win, you need a package that's got the speed over everyone else, and that's exactly what they had today.
Well, I'm thoroughly exhausted after the excitement of that race, but I'm sure it's nothing compared to our drivers here. They've worked hard to make it up there, and it's great to see them make their way out onto the podium. So then, it's time to see how this result affects the Drivers' Championship. Varsandi increases their championship lead. Moving on to the driver of the day then, Anthony Davidson.
Great work out there today. How do you think it went? It doesn't get much better than a win at this track, does it? You must be thrilled to be up on the podium. Do you think that your close rivalry has helped you out this season? It's safe to say you're smashing everyone's expectations, isn't it? Appreciate your time.